Have you ever been swamped by the demands of life? This book is designed to help you master the art of critical thinking while keeping your composure when faced with challenges. Here you'll uncover techniques for making sound decisions, tackling complex issues, and confidently steering through high-pressure scenarios. Don't let stress obscure your judgment or let missed opportunities weigh you down. Instead, transform how you confront life's obstacles and tap into your full potential for both personal and professional achievements. Before we delve deeper, I encourage you to download the free bundle, which includes the ebook version of this title, along with an executive summary outlining all the chapters and key takeaways. Research indicates that engaging with material through various formats significantly boosts both understanding and retention. Just click the first link in the description to claim your complimentary bundle now and enhance your learning experience. This offer is free for a limited time, so seize the opportunity while it's available. Chapter 1: Getting Started with Confidence. In a landscape marked by constant change and heightened complexities, the ability to think critically and maintain your composure during challenging moments has never been more essential. Picture yourself confronting a pivotal decision at work, navigating a personal crisis, or dealing with an unexpected hurdle, all while showcasing clarity and confidence. This is not merely a dream, it is a skill that can be cultivated with practice. Welcome to Stay Calm, Think Smart, the art of critical thinking in difficult situations. As you embark on this transformative journey, envision yourself at the foot of a mountain, with the summit representing your ultimate aim, to become a master of calm, critical thinking. While the journey ahead may seem intimidating, each step you take will equip you with new insights and abilities, revolutionizing your approach to life's challenges. This book serves as your roadmap for that journey, offering a distinctive combination of mindfulness strategies and critical thinking techniques. By merging these two powerful methods, you will develop a mental toolkit that empowers you to remain composed under pressure and make judicious decisions, even in the toughest situations. But what makes this combination so effective? Consider your mind as a finely tuned instrument. When overwhelmed by stress, worry, or emotional upheaval, its precision and efficacy diminish. By fostering a sense of calm, you set the stage for optimal performance. Cultivating critical thinking skills can be likened to clearing the obscurity from a lens, enabling you to perceive situations with remarkable clarity. As you journey through this book, you'll find that the process of mastering calm, critical thinking is both a demanding and fulfilling endeavor. In this initial chapter, we will establish a foundation for your transformation, delving into what you can anticipate achieving, the long-lasting advantages of this practice, and the essential steps that make up the journey. Let's begin by envisioning what you should expect as you navigate this book for the first time. To start with, you will cultivate a fundamental understanding of calm and critical thinking. This entails grasping the key principles that form the bedrock of these concepts and recognizing how they interact to enhance your decision-making skills. You will learn to spot the signs of stress and emotional responses within yourself, and start employing straightforward strategies to regain your composure during challenging instances. This may involve taking a few deep breaths before replying to a tense email, or pausing to consider various viewpoints when confronted with a complicated dilemma. Moreover, you will begin to weave calmness into your decision-making process. This doesn't imply becoming cold or detached. Instead, it's about fostering a mental environment where you can assess your thoughts and emotions with objectivity. You will notice how your emotional state shapes your thinking and develop techniques to uphold a balanced perspective, even amidst high pressures. However, the true significance of these skills unveils itself over time. With persistent practice, you will find enhanced clarity and confidence in your decision-making abilities. Challenges that once appeared insurmountable will become manageable puzzles to be carefully analyzed and resolved. This newfound capacity to navigate difficult scenarios with composure and intelligence will have profound effects on both your personal and professional experiences. You may discover yourself more adept in resolving workplace conflicts, more skilled in negotiating key agreements, or simply experiencing a greater sense of tranquility amidst the everyday stresses of modern life. In the long run, mastering the craft of calm, critical thinking can lead to meaningful growth, both personally and professionally. As you consistently make more informed decisions and tackle challenges with greater efficacy, you will likely notice enhancements in your career prospects. Relationships and overall satisfaction in life can experience a remarkable transformation as you embrace growth, unveiling opportunities and potentials that you may never have considered. So what does this journey entail, and what steps are essential for progress? At its essence, the process revolves around two fundamental aspects: grasping the principles of critical thinking and embracing mindfulness techniques that foster calmness. Critical thinking transcends mere logical reasoning. It embodies a thorough method of assessing information, challenging assumptions, and reaching well-informed conclusions. You will discover how to recognize cognitive biases that may cloud your perception and devise strategies to appraise evidence impartially. This could involve methodologies such as the 5 whys for root cause analysis or decision matrices for evaluating intricate choices. Equally vital is the nurturing of calmness through mindfulness practices. This doesn't imply that you need to become a meditation expert. Instead, it's about acquiring pragmatic skills to regulate your mental and emotional states in everyday scenarios. You'll delve into breathing techniques, body scans, and various strategies that enable you to quickly regain your composure during stressful moments. These actions are thoughtfully sequenced to build upon one another, resulting in a synergistic effect that enhances your overall abilities. By first establishing a sense of calmness, you create the mental clarity essential for effective critical thinking. Conversely, as your critical thinking proficiency advances, you will find it easier to maintain tranquility in tough situations, establishing a constructive feedback loop for personal development. This dynamic interplay between calmness and critical thinking distinguishes this approach from other self-improvement strategies. It's not solely about thinking more rationally or feeling more relaxed. It's about harmonizing these skills to become a more capable, resilient, and self-assured individual. By laying a robust foundation in these areas, you will be well prepared to tackle even the most intricate challenges that life may present. Whether you are engaging in a high-stakes business deal, navigating a personal crisis, or simply trying to unravel the complexities of an increasingly intricate world, the skills you cultivate through this book will be invaluable. As we wrap up this introductory chapter, take a moment to consider the journey that lies ahead. The road to mastering calm, critical thinking may not be. The journey may not always be straightforward, but the benefits are truly invaluable. With each chapter, you'll uncover fresh insights and practical strategies to enrich your mental toolkit. In the upcoming chapter, we will dive deeper into the notion of the calm mindset, focusing on how to nurture emotional stability even when pressures mount. You'll learn effective techniques that can radically change how you respond to stress, paving the way for clearer thinking and improved decision-making. Keep in mind that every long journey commences with a single step. By choosing to engage with this book and committing to the process, you have already taken that essential initial step. The road to mastering calm and critical thinking lies ahead, filled with challenges, revelations, and chances for personal growth. Are you prepared to move forward? Before we proceed, don't forget to subscribe to Grow to the Top and turn on notifications for more self-improvement insights that can energize your growth. Also, if you find this content valuable, please give the video a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Your support really contributes to the channel's growth. Thank you. Chapter 2: Calm Mindset. Picture yourself in the calm center of a storm, surrounded by chaos yet feeling completely at ease. This image perfectly embodies what we'll examine in this chapter: the calm mindset. It represents a state of being that enables you to navigate life's choppy waters with poise and clarity, even when stress and pressure threaten to engulf you. But what does it truly mean to possess this calm mindset, and why is it vital for critical thinking in tough times? As we explore this concept, you'll find it transcends mere relaxation or indifference. It's a formidable tool that can reshape how you tackle challenges and make decisions. At its essence, the calm mindset revolves around emotional stability, the ability to remain composed and think clearly, even in high-pressure scenarios. This mindset isn't something that occurs spontaneously. Rather, it's a skill that can be developed over time. Take a moment to reflect on your usual reactions during stressful moments. Does your heart race? Does anxiety flood your thoughts? These are typical reactions, but they can severely hinder your capacity for critical thinking and sound decision-making. Here's where the strength of calmness comes into play. When you can preserve an inner sense of tranquility amid external turmoil, you unlock the potential to address challenges more effectively. Creating the perfect environment for clear thinking is akin to lowering the volume on distracting background noise, which enables you to concentrate on what genuinely matters. However, the advantages of a tranquil mindset reach well beyond merely feeling at ease. When you maintain your emotional balance, you enhance your ability to evaluate situations objectively, entertain various viewpoints, and make choices grounded in reason rather than on impulse. This emotional steadiness serves as the foundation for proficient critical thinking. So how can we nurture this elusive state of calm? The journey starts with recognizing that calmness does not equate to repressing emotions or feigning indifference to stressors. Rather, it involves the capacity to observe your thoughts and feelings without becoming overwhelmed by them. A highly effective method to achieve this is through mindfulness. Mindfulness is about immersing yourself in the present moment, being conscious of your thoughts and feelings, and doing so without judgment. It's a skill that can be honed through consistent practice, similar to how one develops physical strength. As you weave mindfulness into your daily routine, you might start to notice subtle changes in your reactions to stress. Instead of instinctively responding to a tough situation, you may find yourself pausing, inhaling deeply, and tackling the challenge with a clearer perspective. However, mindfulness represents just one facet of the broader picture. To genuinely foster emotional stability, we must engage in mental exercises that bolster our capacity to remain calm under pressure. These exercises come in various forms, including visualization techniques and cognitive reframing strategies. One effective exercise involves mentally rehearsing challenging scenarios, envisioning yourself remaining composed and collected while facing difficulties. This practice trains your brain to respond more adeptly when confronted with real-life challenges, effectively creating a mental blueprint for calm that you can access when necessary. Another impactful approach is the cultivation of self-compassion. Often, our own relentless self-criticism can contribute significantly to stress and emotional distress. By learning to extend kindness and understanding to ourselves, we can establish a more solid emotional foundation for confronting life's obstacles. As you advance along your path to achieving a calm mindset, you will likely face situations that genuinely test the skills you've developed. This is where the real work begins, so to speak. Staying composed during difficult times is essential for emotional well-being. One effective way to maintain concentration and clarity in stressful situations is by utilizing grounding techniques. These are straightforward exercises designed to anchor you in the present, helping to prevent your thoughts from drifting into anxiety or panic. A well-known method is the 5-4-3-2-1 technique. In this exercise, you pinpoint 5 things you can see, 4 things you can physically touch, 3 sounds you can hear, 2 scents you can identify, and 1 flavor you can taste. Engaging in this sensory awareness can firmly ground you in the moment, soothing your mind and enhancing your ability to think clearly. Another approach for keeping yourself centered is by concentrating on your breathing. By inhaling and exhaling slowly while observing the airflow in and out of your body, you can foster a sense of tranquility and balance. This technique is particularly advantageous because it's discreet and can be practiced almost anywhere. However, like any skill, cultivating a calm mindset necessitates practice, making it essential to weave practical exercises into your daily life. One highly effective routine is daily mindfulness meditation. This practice doesn't need to be long or overly formal. Even dedicating just 5 minutes each day to focused awareness can yield significant benefits over time. To embark on your mindfulness journey, find a quiet space where interruptions are unlikely. Sit in a comfortable position and concentrate on your breathing. When your mind begins to wander, and it will, gently redirect your focus back to your breath without any self-judgment. Over time, this practice can enhance your awareness and give you more control over your thoughts and emotions. In addition to meditation, integrating breathing exercises into your everyday routine can provide immediate relief when needed. One particularly effective technique is the 4-hard-78 breath. Quietly inhale through your nose for a count of 4, hold your breath for a count of 7, and then exhale completely through your mouth for a count of 8. Repeat this cycle 4 times. This simple exercise can stimulate your body's relaxation response, calming your mind and alleviating stress. As you start to incorporate these practices, you may find yourself pondering the results you might achieve. While every individual's journey is distinct, many tend to experience some similar benefits as they work toward a more composed state of mind. When you adopt a calm mindset, you'll likely observe a decrease in your everyday stress levels. Situations that once caused you considerable anxiety may begin to feel more manageable. This shift alone can greatly enhance your quality of life and overall well-being. As you persist in honing your skills, you might find your focus and decision-making abilities improving as well. The mental clarity that accompanies emotional balance allows you to evaluate circumstances more objectively, enabling you to make decisions based on rational thought rather than on impulse or emotion. For those who commit to nurturing a tranquil mindset, the ultimate goal is mastering emotional regulation. This doesn't imply that you'll never experience stress or anxiety. These are natural human feelings, but rather that you'll be equipped with the tools necessary to effectively navigate your emotional state, even amid significant challenges. However, it's important to acknowledge that the path to cultivating a calm mindset can be fraught with difficulty. You may face hurdles along the way, and it's wise to brace yourself for these inevitabilities. A common obstacle is maintaining a consistent mindfulness practice. With busy lives, it's easy for your meditation or breathing exercises to be sidelined. If you find consistency elusive, consider establishing a regular routine for your practices and start small. Even a few minutes each day can yield benefits, and as you start to notice these positive changes, you'll likely feel more inclined to devote additional time to your practices. Another challenge you might encounter is feeling overwhelmed by emotional triggers. Even as you cultivate emotional strength, certain situations or individuals may still provoke you. In these moments, remember to utilize the grounding techniques we talked about earlier. Taking time to reconnect with your senses or focusing on your breath can help you regain your composure, allowing you to tackle the situation with a clearer perspective. As we wrap up this exploration of the calm mindset, take a moment to reflect on the progress you've made just by engaging with these ideas and contemplating their relevance to your life. You've taken a significant step toward achieving greater emotional stability and clearer thinking. Keep in mind that developing a calm mindset is a journey rather than a final goal. It's a skill you'll continue to refine and enhance throughout your life, each time you confront a new challenge. Tackling a challenge with grace transforms any moment of clarity during stressful times into a victory that deserves recognition. In our next chapter, we will explore the depth of critical thinking, an essential skill that seamlessly connects with the composed mindset you're nurturing. You'll learn effective methods for dissecting intricate scenarios and arriving at judicious choices, even in high-pressure situations. For now, as you wrap up this chapter, take a deep breath and relish the wave of opportunity that awaits you. The journey to mastering your mind is unfolding, brimming with insights and transformations yet to come. Chapter 3: Understanding Critical Thinking. As we embark on this journey into critical thinking, picture yourself as a navigator charting a course through an expansive, uncharted landscape. This territory is rich with ideas, information, and arguments, some verifiable, some misleading, and many existing in a gray area. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to skillfully traverse this intricate terrain with keen insight and discernment. But what, you may wonder, is this elusive concept known as critical thinking? At its essence, critical thinking is about engaging with the world around us in a manner that combines curiosity, skepticism, and a genuine commitment to uncovering the truth. It involves stripping away the layers of our own assumptions and biases, questioning our beliefs, and striving to perceive reality as it truly is. In a world that is becoming increasingly complex, the ability to think critically has never been more vital. We are inundated with an overwhelming amount of information from a multitude of sources, all clamoring for our attention and often seeking to secure our agreement. Without the skills of critical thinking, it becomes all too easy to fall prey to compelling rhetoric, misleading statistics, or our own entrenched beliefs. This becomes especially significant during challenging moments, when the stakes are raised and pressure mounts. Our capacity to assess situations objectively and arrive at sound judgments can truly make a difference. Critical thinking empowers us to cut through the cacophony, focusing on what truly matters and making decisions grounded in solid reasoning rather than being driven by emotions or impulses. Moreover, the advantages of honing critical thinking skills extend far beyond improved decision-making. As we cultivate this capability, we become more adept at recognizing and confronting biases, both in ourselves and in others. This newfound awareness acts as a superpower, granting us a clearer vision of the world and enabling us to navigate complex social and intellectual landscapes with enhanced ease. So how do we foster this skill? A crucial ability in this journey begins with grasping the fundamental concepts of critical thinking. At its essence, critical thinking revolves around inquiry, challenging assumptions, examining biases, and scrutinizing the information we encounter. Take a moment to reflect on a belief you hold dear. It could relate to politics, society, or even intimate aspects of your life. Now, pose this question to yourself. What leads me to this belief? What evidence backs it up? Have I overlooked any possible alternative explanations? This process of self-questioning is fundamental to critical thinking. However, questioning goes beyond simply re-evaluating our own beliefs. It also involves facing new information with a mindset of healthy skepticism. When presented with a claim or an argument, a critical thinker avoids the trap of immediate acceptance or rejection. Instead, they explore inquiries like, what proof supports this claim? Who is presenting this argument, and what potential interests might they have? Are there other viewpoints I should explore? This brings us to another vital element of critical thinking, the ability to distinguish between facts and opinions. In our information-saturated world, these two can often become conflated. A fact is something that can be objectively verified, whereas an opinion represents a personal belief or judgment. Discerning between these concepts is pivotal for clear reasoning and sound decision-making. For instance, the assertion that the Earth revolves around the Sun stands as a verifiable fact supported by scientific observation, whereas claiming that summer is the best season reflects a personal opinion, regardless of how passionately it might be held. Cultivating the skill to quickly differentiate between the two can significantly enhance our ability to navigate intricate arguments and make astute choices. As we further explore critical thinking, we enter the fascinating and demanding domain of logical reasoning and analysis. Here, we can uncover both excitement and challenge. Logical reasoning involves building and assessing arguments, pinpointing fallacies, and drawing valid conclusions based on the evidence at hand. One invaluable tool in a critical thinker's toolkit is the capability to recognize and analyze various argument types. For example, deductive reasoning strives to establish conclusions with certainty, while inductive reasoning offers support for likely conclusions. Understanding the structure of these arguments equips us to evaluate their strength and credibility. Another essential skill is the ability to identify logical fallacies. Errors in reasoning can often give the impression that an argument holds more weight than it truly does. Consider, for instance, ad hominem attacks, which focus on discrediting the individual instead of addressing their argument. Then there's the issue of false dichotomies, where only two choices are presented, ignoring the range of alternatives that may actually be available. Additionally, the appeal to authority fallacy involves accepting claims as fact simply because a figure of authority has stated them. These are just a handful of the fallacies that can mislead us if we're not vigilant. But how do we effectively practice these insights? Like any skill, critical thinking develops with consistent practice. One practical exercise involves critically assessing news articles for potential bias. Select an article on a contentious issue and approach it with a discerning eye. What factual information does it provide? What viewpoints are highlighted? Are there any logical fallacies present in the arguments made? What crucial details could be absent? Engaging in this exercise can significantly enhance your capacity to differentiate between fact and opinion and recognize biases. Moreover, another enjoyable way to refine your critical thinking is through logic-based puzzles and games. Activities like Sudoku, chess, and logic grid puzzles present a delightful challenge. They compel you to think in a structured manner, weigh various possibilities, and arrive at logical conclusions, all essential elements of critical thinking. As you embark on your journey to enhance your critical thinking abilities, you may ponder the results you can anticipate. Initially, you might notice a marked improvement in your analytical capabilities. You will find yourself more effective at dissecting intricate problems, assessing evidence, and arriving at reasoned conclusions. With ongoing practice, you may also gain a greater awareness of biases, both in your own thinking and in the information presented to you. This newfound awareness can be illuminating, revealing patterns and arguments you might not have considered before. For those who fully commit to this practice, the pinnacle of success is the mastery of logical reasoning. Achieving this doesn't imply that you'll never fall into error. After all, we're all human. However, it does mean you'll be equipped with a robust toolkit to navigate complex intellectual landscapes and render sound judgments. That said, the journey to develop robust critical thinking skills can be fraught with difficulties. You may face challenges along the way, so it's crucial to be ready for such hurdles. One frequent struggle is pinpointing biases, especially our own. We all possess blind spots, and it can be uncomfortable to confront our biases and preconceived notions. If you find yourself struggling in this domain, consider seeking out a variety of information sources and viewpoints. Engaging with perspectives that differ from your own can illuminate your underlying biases and expand your comprehension. Another hurdle you might encounter is the challenge of logical reasoning, especially when faced with intricate arguments or topics that are new to you. Should you struggle to follow or formulate logical arguments, employing structured frameworks can assist in dissecting the issue at hand. Techniques like argument mapping allow you to visualize the components of an argument, helping you to discern its strengths and weaknesses. Keep in mind that developing critical thinking skills is an ongoing journey rather than a final destination. It's a practice you'll refine throughout your life. Every time you challenge an assumption, assess an argument, or draw a logical conclusion, you are enhancing these essential abilities. As we wrap up this discussion on critical thinking, take a moment to ponder the impact of this skill. By honing your capacity for critical thought, you're arming yourself with a versatile tool that can aid you in various aspects of life, from making personal choices to grasping complex global issues. In the upcoming chapter, we will venture into a territory that often tests even the most adept critical thinkers. The way our emotions can sway our reasoning in ways we may not even be conscious of. We'll uncover strategies to maintain our logical ground, even when emotions run high. But for now, as you draw this chapter to a close, reflect on this question. What unseen influences might be molding your thoughts and decisions right now? The answer could very well surprise you. Chapter 4. Emotional Triggers. Have you ever found yourself in a situation where your heart races, your palms become sweaty, and your thought process feels clouded? A moment where reason appears to vanish, overwhelmed by an intense wave of emotions? If so, you've experienced what we'll be discussing in this chapter: emotional triggers. These potent forces within us can profoundly affect our choices, behaviors, and even how we perceive reality, often without our conscious awareness. They act like concealed strings, pulling us in directions we might not intentionally select. But what if we could identify these strings? What if we could learn to acknowledge them, understand their role, and even exercise some control over their influence? This is where the skill of emotional awareness enters the picture. It's a transformative ability that can reshape how we navigate our world. Navigating challenging situations enhances our capacity for critical thinking, even in the heat of strong emotions. But why is this skill so vital, particularly when we're faced with tough decisions? Picture yourself in a high-pressure scenario where your choices carry significant consequences. In these moments, our emotions can create a dense fog, blurring our perception of essential facts and muddling our judgment. This might lead us to make hasty choices, driven by fear, anger, or excitement, instead of thoughtfully weighing all the elements at play. Herein lies the importance of emotional awareness. It becomes our invaluable ally. By acknowledging when our emotions exert their influence, we can pause, take a deep breath, and carve out mental space for clearer reasoning. It's akin to having an internal alert system that warns us when our feelings are about to take control. However, emotional awareness isn't solely about preventing poor choices. It also clears the way for more lucid thought. When we can effectively manage our emotions, it's as if we're clearing the fog from a windshield, allowing us to see the road ahead much more clearly and helping us navigate even the most intricate dilemmas with greater ease. So, how can we cultivate this essential ability? The first step is to recognize the emotional factors that influence our thoughts and decisions. These can often be subtle, operating beneath our conscious awareness, much like hidden currents that shape the terrain of our minds. Among the most compelling of these influences are what we refer to as emotional triggers. These are specific situations, phrases, or even memories that elicit a strong emotional reaction. They act as hot buttons that, once pressed, can send us spiraling into a whirlwind of feelings. Common emotional triggers in decision-making might involve sensations of being criticized or judged, fear of failure or success, feelings of being overwhelmed, or perceived threats to our status or relationships. Each person's triggers are distinct, sculpted by their individual experiences and personalities. The key to managing these triggers lies in recognizing them, which demands a degree of self-awareness that many of us may not regularly exercise. This journey involves closely observing our emotional responses, identifying patterns that ignite us, and being honest with ourselves about our vulnerabilities. One effective method to nurture this awareness is through the engaging in mindfulness involves developing a routine of observing our thoughts and feelings without any judgment. This approach allows us to recognize our emotional reactions as they occur, almost like taking on the role of a detective in our own inner landscape, curiously noting how we respond to various situations. As we sharpen our awareness of these emotional responses, we face the next step, learning to effectively manage them. It's important to clarify that managing emotions doesn't mean pushing them down or pretending they're absent. Instead, it's about gaining the capacity to experience our emotions without letting them completely control us. A valuable method for achieving this is what we can refer to as emotional distancing. This technique involves creating a mental gap between you and your feelings. Rather than declaring, "I am angry," you might reflect by saying, "I observe that I'm feeling anger." This minor shift in phrasing can foster the understanding that emotions are fleeting experiences, not fixed identities. Another helpful strategy is reframing, which encourages us to view a situation from various angles, thereby altering its emotional significance. For instance, if you find yourself anxious about a difficult task, you might interpret it as an opportunity for personal growth instead of seeing it as a looming threat. These methods empower us to disconnect our emotions from our rational thought processes, enabling us to make decisions with enhanced clarity and impartiality. It's akin to stepping back to survey a larger scene rather than becoming ensnared by a single small detail. However, like any skill, effectively handling our emotional triggers requires practice. One fruitful exercise is to journal about our emotional reactions to different events. By documenting what set off our feelings, how we felt, and what actions we took, we can begin to identify patterns over time. This practice can lead to greater self-awareness and control over our emotions. Additionally, engaging in role-playing can be an effective practice when it comes to scenarios that typically provoke intense emotions. By simulating these challenging situations in a controlled environment, we can practice recognizing and managing our emotional reactions. It's comparable to conducting fire drills for our emotions, equipping us to better face real-life challenges. As you embark on this path toward greater emotional awareness, you may wonder what outcomes to anticipate. At a fundamental level, you're likely to notice a heightened sense of emotional awareness. As you engage in this practice, you'll grow more attuned to your feelings and become adept at noticing when your emotions are having an impact on you. With consistent effort, you may discover that your ability to manage emotions improves significantly. This enhancement means you can maintain composure and clarity even in trying situations. You might realize that unexpected events or challenging conversations no longer unnerve you as easily. For those who commit wholeheartedly to this journey, the ultimate goal is the ability to detach emotionally when making decisions. Achieving this doesn't imply becoming detached or unfeeling. Instead, it signifies that you can fully experience your emotions while retaining the capacity to think and act with reason. This balance fosters both emotional depth and sound logical reasoning. However, the road to enhancing your emotional awareness and management can present its own set of challenges. You may face bumps along the way, and being ready for these hurdles is essential. One frequent difficulty is pinpointing emotional triggers. Our emotional reactions often occur so swiftly and instinctively that we may not even realize they have happened. If you grapple with this, consider maintaining an emotional journal where you not only log your feelings, but also detail the circumstances leading up to them, any physical sensations you felt, and your thoughts and actions afterward. Over time, this comprehensive reflection can assist you in identifying patterns and recognizing your triggers with greater ease. Another hurdle could be controlling your emotions once they arise. Even once you acknowledge your emotional state, shifting out of it can be challenging. Should you find yourself wrestling with emotional regulation, remember to return to foundational practices like mindfulness and grounding techniques. Simple actions, such as taking a few deep breaths or concentrating on your physical sensations, can help you regain a more balanced emotional state. It's important to remember that cultivating emotional awareness and management skills is an ongoing journey rather than a final destination. This is a continual process you'll refine throughout your life. Every time you spot an emotional trigger and pause to consider your response instead of reacting impulsively, you are honing these vital skills. As we wrap up this discussion on emotional triggers, take a moment to contemplate the significance of this journey. By enhancing your ability to identify and regulate your emotional reactions, you are arming yourself with a skill that will benefit every facet of your life, from personal choices to complex professional interactions. As we transition to the next chapter, we'll broaden our perspective and delve into the art of analyzing intricate situations, breaking them down into digestible elements. However, as you wrap up this chapter, ponder this: what subtle patterns might be hiding within your mind, influencing your views in ways you have yet to uncover? The path ahead is set to unveil revelations that could transform not only your perspective on the external world, but also your understanding of your inner self. Chapter 5: Situation Analysis. Envision yourself in front of an immense and intricate tapestry. At first glance, it's a bit daunting, a chaotic blend of colors, patterns, and forms that seem impossible to grasp. Yet as you draw closer and start examining it piece by piece, a coherent image begins to take shape. The disorder gives way to clarity, and what once seemed impenetrable starts to make sense. This is the essence of what this chapter will cover: the craft of situation analysis. It's a technique that empowers us to dissect the complex and often confounding situations we encounter in life, transforming them into manageable and understandable components. But why is this skill so vital, particularly when we find ourselves in challenging scenarios requiring clear judgment? Consider the last time you confronted a genuinely intricate problem, a demanding work project, a personal quandary without a straightforward solution, or a choice with significant implications. In those moments, it can be all too easy to feel engulfed by the complexity, viewing the situation as an insurmountable knot that seems impossible to untangle. This is precisely where the power of situation analysis shines. By breaking down complicated circumstances into their essential parts, we attain a deeper understanding of the issue at hand. It's akin to recognizing not merely the forest, but also each tree within it, and grasping how they all intertwine. Yet, situation analysis is not solely about comprehension. It's also about empowerment. When we gain clarity on the different elements of a situation, we become significantly more capable of making informed choices. We can better evaluate our alternatives, foresee possible outcomes, and confidently select the most effective path forward. So, how do we cultivate this essential skill? An essential ability to embark on this journey involves mastering the art of effective information gathering. This process extends beyond mere fact collection. It's about identifying what information is pertinent, knowing where to locate it, and arranging it in a manner that clarifies rather than confuses. One effective strategy for gathering information is the 5 W's and 1 H method: who, what, when, where, why, and how. By thoroughly addressing each of these questions, we can develop a complete understanding of the situation at hand. Who are the key individuals involved? What exactly is taking place? When did it originate, and what does the timeline look like? Where is this occurring, and how does it fit into a larger context? Why is this unfolding, and what are the root causes? How is the situation progressing, and what mechanisms are influencing it? However, merely collecting information is just the beginning. The true skill lies in appraising the evidence and grasping its context. This means scrutinizing the credibility of our sources, examining possible biases, and identifying any knowledge gaps. It requires cultivating a discerning perspective that can differentiate between established facts, reasonable assumptions, and pure conjecture. Context is vital, as no situation stands alone. There are always wider factors at play, such as economic conditions, social trends, historical backgrounds, and cultural norms, all of which can shape the matter we are investigating. By contemplating these contextual elements, we can achieve a richer and more nuanced comprehension of the issue at hand. As we immerse ourselves in the skill of situation analysis, we recognize the necessity for logical methods to deconstruct problems. Herein lies the true strength of systematic thinking. By employing organized approaches to our analysis, we can address even the most intricate issues with clarity and accuracy. One effective technique is the divide and conquer strategy, which entails fragmenting a complicated problem into smaller, more manageable parts. Each of these components can then be examined individually before merging them back together to grasp the entirety of the issue. Another powerful method involves utilizing problem trees, where we identify the central problem and then chart its causes and effects. This results in a visual depiction that distinctly illustrates the connections between various facets of the situation, essentially crafting a roadmap of the problem's landscape, enabling us to see pathways and relationships that may otherwise elude us. So how do we bring all of this into action? One effective method is to delve into hypothetical situations. By navigating complex fictional scenarios, we can sharpen our analytical abilities without the weight of real-world repercussions. This method provides a safe space for experimentation with various approaches and allows us to learn from our failures without fear. Another useful practice is the creation of mind maps to tackle intricate problems. This technique involves visually outlining the different facets of a situation and their interconnections. Start by placing the main issue at the center of a blank page, then extend outward with related themes, subtopics, and connections. This can uncover patterns and relationships that might not be immediately obvious through a linear approach. As you venture into enhancing your situational analysis skills, you may ponder what results you can anticipate. At a fundamental level, you'll likely see a clearer grasp of problems, becoming more skilled at identifying the various dimensions of a situation and how they relate to one another. With ongoing practice, you might find your analytical capabilities improved, allowing you to tackle complicated scenarios with greater assurance, equipped with the tools necessary for a thorough understanding. You may also begin to recognize connections and patterns that others overlook, granting you valuable insights in both your personal life and professional endeavors. For those who commit wholeheartedly to this pursuit, the ultimate reward is the mastery of comprehensive situational analysis. This doesn't imply you will possess all the answers. After all, the world is far too intricate for that. but it does mean you will acquire a robust toolkit for addressing any situation, no matter how daunting or complex. Of course, the journey to developing strong situational analysis skills can present its own set of challenges. You may encounter obstacles along the way, and it's crucial to be ready for these bumps in the road. A common difficulty is missing vital information. In our eagerness to unravel a situation, we might rush through our analysis and overlook essential details. If you find yourself facing this issue, consider utilizing checklists and structured frameworks to ensure that you're taking all relevant aspects of the situation into account. The earlier mentioned 5 W's and 1 H method can serve as an excellent starting point. Another hurdle you might encounter is feeling daunted by the intricacy of certain scenarios. When confronted with a complex situation, it can be easy to feel overwhelmed. When dealing with a particularly complex challenge, it's easy to feel overwhelmed by the many details involved. If you find yourself in such a situation, keep in mind the divide and conquer method. Start by breaking the issue down into smaller, more manageable components. Examine each segment individually before gradually piecing them together to form a complete picture. Remember, enhancing your situation analysis abilities is a journey, not just a final goal. It's a skill that you will continuously develop throughout your life. Each time you dissect a complicated issue, and each moment you gain insight through thoughtful analysis, you are honing these essential skills. As we wrap up this discussion on situation analysis, take a moment to appreciate the strength that comes with this ability. By enhancing your capacity to deconstruct and comprehend intricate scenarios, you're providing yourself with a valuable tool that benefits all areas of your life, from making personal choices to addressing workplace challenges. In the upcoming chapter, we will expand on these analytical skills as we venture into the art of problem solving. We'll investigate strategies not only for deciphering situations, but also for actively influencing them to reach our objectives. But before moving on, consider this: what hidden connections might be waiting to be unveiled in the challenges you encounter daily? The skills you have acquired so far are just the beginning. The true adventure lies in applying them to the rich and multifaceted fabric of your own life. Chapter 6: Problem-Solving Skills. Picture yourself at the base of a towering mountain, with your goal shining brightly at the peak. The way to the top is obscured, filled with obstacles and unfamiliar terrain. Where do you start this climb? This metaphor reflects the struggles we often encounter in life, where our goals are known, yet the path to reach them is anything but clear. Welcome to the domain of problem solving, a space where challenges morph into opportunities and hurdles become stepping stones toward success. So what sets apart an effective problem solver? Is it something you're born with, or is it a capability that can be developed and honed? As we dive into this topic, you'll find that problem solving is indeed a skill, a blend of creativity, logical reasoning, and a systematic approach that enables you to tackle even the most intricate challenges. It serves as a potent resource that can radically alter how you confront difficulties, turning daunting issues into manageable tasks. Navigating challenges is part of life, but why is possessing strong problem-solving skills so vital, especially in tough situations that require critical analysis? Reflect for a moment on a recent challenge you encountered. Maybe it was a project that felt impossible, a conflict that seemed insurmountable, or a choice that didn't present a clear answer. In such instances, the capability to resolve problems effectively can be the determining factor between achieving success or experiencing failure, between moving forward or remaining stagnant. Problem-solving skills serve as essential tools for addressing challenges. They act as a guiding framework when the path ahead is unclear, enabling us to dissect complicated issues into smaller, more manageable components, allowing for a systematic approach towards finding solutions. It's akin to having a mental Swiss Army knife, equipped with various tools to handle whatever hurdles life throws your way. Additionally, refining your problem-solving abilities fosters both innovative and logical thought processes. It compels you to think creatively and consider alternative solutions that you might not normally contemplate. At the same time, it roots your imaginative ideas in rationality, ensuring that what you envision is not only inventive but also practical. The blend of creativity and logic forms a powerful duo, capable of generating unique and feasible solutions. So how can we cultivate these essential skills? The journey starts with grasping structured problem-solving techniques. These methods offer a systematic path that guides us through identifying issues, brainstorming possible solutions, and implementing effective strategies. One impactful technique is the 5 whys method, which involves repeatedly asking why to drill down to the core of a problem. For instance, if you find yourself frequently arriving late to work, you might begin with, "Why am I late?" The answer might be, "Because I oversleep." Then you proceed with, "Why do I oversleep?" followed by, "Because I stay up too late." By persistently engaging in this inquiry, you can reveal underlying causes and address them directly. Another useful approach is the ideal problem-solving model. Identify the issue, define the context, explore possible strategies, act on the most suitable solution, and look back to learn from the experience. This structured framework ensures that you consider every aspect of the problem and facilitates continuous improvement in your problem-solving abilities. However, recognizing issues is only part of the challenge. The real test often lies in generating effective solutions. This is where brainstorming becomes essential. Play brainstorming is a technique designed to promote the uninhibited flow of ideas, enabling you to come up with a broad spectrum of possible solutions without immediately critiquing their practicality. When you engage in brainstorming, it's essential to cultivate an atmosphere that nurtures creativity. This means setting aside judgments, welcoming bold ideas, and prioritizing volume over refinement at the outset. After all, you might stumble upon a seemingly outlandish thought that ultimately leads to a significant breakthrough. Once you have formulated a collection of potential solutions, the next phase involves evaluation and implementation. This step requires a careful analysis of each option, taking into account its likely effectiveness, feasibility, and possible implications. Here, the challenge lies in striking the right balance between innovative thinking and realistic execution. Implementation is often where many attempts at problem-solving fall short. Conceiving a brilliant idea is one matter, yet executing it well is quite another. This is where thoroughly constructed action plans prove invaluable. Dissect your selected solution into clear, actionable steps, assign roles, establish timelines, and set success metrics. As we explore the nuances of problem-solving further, we uncover the intriguing relationship between creativity and structured reasoning. While these two modes of thought may appear to clash, they are, in fact, complementary components of effective problem-solving. Creativity empowers us to brainstorm fresh ideas and recognize connections that others may overlook. It's about lateral thinking, drawing unexpected links, and questioning established beliefs. Conversely, methodical thinking infuses the discipline and rigor needed to transform those inventive ideas into tangible solutions. The secret lies in achieving equilibrium between the two approaches. Begin with an imaginative brainstorming session to generate a variety of ideas, then transition to a more analytical process to assess and hone those concepts. This synergy can yield solutions that are both inventive and practical. But how do we actually implement these strategies? One useful exercise is to participate in group brainstorming sessions centered around hypothetical scenarios. This practice facilitates idea generation in a collaborative setting, giving you access to a range of perspectives and methodologies. Another effective practice is to create action plans for personal dilemmas. Take a current issue you're grappling with and apply the systematic problem-solving techniques we've covered. Start by pinpointing the root cause. Consider various potential solutions, assess your choices, and formulate a comprehensive strategy to carry out your preferred option. As you embark on this path to enhance your problem-solving capabilities, you may find yourself pondering the outcomes you might achieve. At a fundamental level, you can expect to see an improvement in your problem-solving skills. You'll become more adept at dissecting intricate issues, brainstorming innovative solutions, and executing efficient strategies. With consistent practice, you might notice a boost in your creativity and inventiveness. You'll begin to tackle challenges from diverse perspectives, uncovering opportunities that others may overlook. This can greatly benefit you in both your personal life and professional endeavors, helping you shine as a creative problem solver. For those who truly commit to honing these skills, the pinnacle of success will be mastery over structured problem solving. This doesn't imply that you will never face a challenge beyond your capabilities. The world is far too intricate for that. Instead, it suggests that you will possess a robust arsenal of tools and techniques to tackle any problem with confidence and expertise. Naturally, the pathway to developing strong problem-solving abilities isn't always straightforward. You may come across hurdles along the way, and being ready for these challenges is crucial. One frequent obstacle is the struggle to generate solutions when confronted with a particularly difficult issue, which may leave you feeling at a loss for ideas. If you encounter this difficulty, consider employing creative thinking strategies such as mind mapping, word association, or even role-playing. These techniques can help unleash fresh ideas and insights. Another challenge you may experience is implementing your solutions. It's one thing to devise a brilliant idea, but executing it effectively is a different matter entirely. If you find implementation daunting, concentrate on creating detailed action plans. Break down your solution into smaller, manageable steps, set clear deadlines, and establish milestones. Don't hesitate to modify your plan as necessary. Flexibility is key. Keep in mind that developing your problem-solving skills is an ongoing journey rather than a final destination. It's a practice you will continue to refine throughout your life. Each problem you resolve and every challenge you conquer serves as an opportunity to strengthen these essential skills. As we wrap up this discussion on problem solving, take a moment to appreciate the immense power this ability holds. By nurturing your skills, you are investing in a valuable asset for your future. By developing the capacity to approach challenges with both methodical and innovative thinking, you're arming yourself with a valuable skill that will benefit you in every area of your life, ranging from personal development to career achievements. In the forthcoming chapter, we will examine how to employ these problem-solving abilities under stressful conditions. We'll investigate techniques for maintaining clarity of thought and making effective choices, even when time is scarce and the stakes are elevated. As you wrap up this chapter, reflect on this. What latent potential might emerge within you as you refine your problem-solving expertise? The abilities you have acquired thus far are merely the start. The ultimate challenge will be how to apply them when the pressure escalates and every choice carries significant weight. Chapter 7. Decision-making in high-pressure situations. Picture yourself piloting an aircraft, alarms blaring, dials flickering, with mere moments to make a choice that could impact the lives of many. While this scenario might seem dramatic, it encapsulates the core of what we'll investigate in this chapter, the skill of making sound decisions swiftly when the stakes are at their highest. In today's rapid-paced environment, the ability to choose wisely under pressure is increasingly essential. But what distinguishes those who handle stressful situations with composure and efficacy from those who falter under urgency? As we dive into this vital skill, you'll find that making decisions under pressure isn't about possessing nerves of steel or extraordinary talents. Instead, it involves cultivating a toolkit of strategies and mental frameworks that enable you to maintain clarity and take decisive action, even in chaotic surroundings. So why is mastering this skill particularly important, especially in tough times that require sharp thinking? Reflect on your last encounter with a high-stakes decision. It may have been a pivotal moment in your job, a split-second choice in a risky scenario, or an urgent opportunity that called for immediate action. In such instances, the ability to make quick, informed decisions can spell the difference between success and failure, or safety and peril. The significance of this skill in critical thinking cannot be underestimated. Under pressure, we often find ourselves rushing into choices without fully weighing the potential outcomes, which can lead to regrettable misjudgments. By sharpening our ability to make sound decisions quickly, we can avoid these pitfalls. Identifying errors and ensuring our decisions resonate with our objectives and principles, even during intense situations, is vital. Furthermore, refining our ability to make choices under pressure is key for prompt and effective responses in various scenarios. Opportunities can be fleeting, and delays in decision-making can be as detrimental as making an incorrect choice. By honing this skill, we empower ourselves to grasp opportunities and tackle challenges without compromising the integrity of our decisions. So how can we cultivate this essential talent? Our journey starts with learning strategies that facilitate quick, yet wise decision-making. At the core of this competence lies the subtle interplay between speed and thoughtfulness. It's about striking that perfect balance where we can act decisively without neglecting careful thought. One effective strategy to adopt is the 2-minute rule. When confronting a pressing decision, allow yourself 2 minutes to gather vital information, consider your alternatives, and arrive at a conclusion. This brief interval pushes you to concentrate on what truly matters, warding off the trap of overthinking. Another useful tactic involves employing mental models or heuristics. These are streamlined frameworks to help navigate complex scenarios swiftly. For instance, the 80-20 rule posits that 80% of the consequences stem from just 20% of the causes. By concentrating on that critical 20%, you can make informed choices without getting tangled in less significant details. However, merely collecting information is just one facet of the challenge. The true expertise lies in effectively prioritizing that information. In high-pressure situations, we are often inundated with data, and the capability to distinguish the vital from the trivial becomes essential. One effective method for prioritization is the ICE framework: impact, confidence, and ease. For each piece of information or potential action, quickly evaluate its possible impact, your confidence in that assessment, and how easily it can be enacted. This allows you to channel your energy toward high-impact, high-confidence actions that can be executed rapidly. As we further explore the nuances of decision-making under pressure, we confront the critical necessity of avoiding rushed judgments. While speed is crucial, it should never undermine accuracy. Jumping to conclusions without proper reflection can result in costly errors. One effective approach to enhance the precision of decisions made under stress is the premortem technique. Prior to solidifying a decision, take a moment to envision how your choice could lead to failure. What could have gone awry? This simple mental exercise can aid in uncovering possible pitfalls and refining your decision-making process. An effective technique to consider is if-then planning. By predicting various scenarios and predetermining how you would react, you enable yourself to make swift and precise choices when those circumstances arise. Think of it as crafting a mental playbook for situations that demand quick thinking. But how can we implement all of this in our routines? One practical method is to practice timed decision-making drills. Create hypothetical situations with specific time constraints and work on making decisions while under pressure. Start with lengthier time allowances and gradually decrease them as you gain confidence in your ability to respond. Another beneficial exercise involves prioritizing hypothetical scenarios. Present yourself with a complex situation and a range of potential actions or information. Then practice ranking these elements quickly, using strategies like the ICE method. This will cultivate the mental flexibility required for real-world high-pressure moments. As you dive into the process of honing your decision-making skills under pressure, you might be curious about the potential outcomes. Initially, you can expect to see an increase in your decision-making speed. You will become more adept at making choices rapidly without succumbing to feelings of being rushed or overwhelmed. With sustained practice, you may notice that your accuracy improves as well under pressure. This means you will be capable of making rapid decisions that are also thoughtful and effective. The combination of speed and precision can offer a distinct advantage in both personal and professional arenas. For those who truly commit to this practice, the pinnacle achievement is mastering high-pressure decision-making. This doesn't imply you'll be devoid of stress or uncertainty. Those emotions are inherent to being human. Instead, it signifies that you will possess the necessary tools and mental structures to navigate even the toughest situations with assurance and competence. That said, the journey to developing robust decision-making abilities in high-pressure environments is not always straightforward. Challenges are likely to arise, and it's essential to brace yourself for these hurdles. A frequently encountered issue is the inclination to make hasty decisions, which can lead to mistakes when faced with pressure. It's all too common to act impulsively without thoroughly evaluating the consequences. If you find yourself grappling with this, redirect your focus toward practicing. By employing prioritization techniques, you can swiftly discern what holds the most significance, allowing you to arrive at quicker decisions without compromising on comprehensiveness. Another hurdle you may encounter is the challenge of dealing with the stress that comes hand in hand with high-pressure scenarios. When stress levels rise, our capacity for clear thought and sound decision-making diminishes. If you ever find yourself feeling overwhelmed, consider integrating some stress relief methods into your decision-making approach. Techniques such as deep breathing, mindfulness practices, or even a moment of physical activity can help clear your mental fog and enhance your decision-making abilities. Keep in mind that mastering the skill of making wise decisions under pressure is an ongoing journey, not a final goal. It's a competency that you will refine continuously throughout your life. Each intense scenario you face, each snap judgment you make, serves as a chance to bolster these essential skills. As we wrap up this discussion on decision-making in high-stress circumstances, take a moment to contemplate the significance of this ability. By enhancing your proficiency in making sound choices quickly amid stress, you are arming yourself with a resource that can benefit every facet of your life, from managing crises to capitalizing on fleeting chances. In the following chapter, we will look into how to prepare your thinking for the future. We'll explore various strategies for anticipating hurdles, adapting to transformations, and making decisions that endure over time. But as you bring this chapter to a close, think about this. What latent strengths might you uncover within yourself when faced with pressure and time constraints? The skills you've developed here are merely the foundation. The true journey lies in applying them to the unpredictable, high-stakes situations that life inevitably presents. Chapter 8. Future-Proof Smart Thinking. Picture yourself in a chess game where you execute a clever strategy, snatching away your opponent's queen. A surge of triumph washes over you. Yet in that moment of victory, you overlook the fact that your king is now vulnerable. Just 3 moves later, you find yourself in checkmate, grappling with the sudden loss of your triumph. This scenario encapsulates the core of what we will delve into in this chapter. The art of thinking not only for the immediate moment, but rather with foresight for long-term outcomes. In a fast-paced world that often prioritizes quick choices and instant satisfaction, the skill of forward thinking, making decisions that will remain relevant over time, becomes increasingly indispensable. But what does this truly entail? What does it really mean to think ahead and prepare for the future as we explore this essential skill? You'll find that future-proof thinking isn't about having an impeccable foresight like a crystal ball. Rather, it involves cultivating a mindset equipped with habits that empower us to make choices today, ensuring they benefit us tomorrow, next year, and even into the coming decades. Why then is this ability so crucial, particularly in challenging situations that demand our critical faculties? Consider the last time you faced a decision that felt just right at the moment, but later unraveled into regret when unexpected outcomes surfaced. In such instances, the power to anticipate and reflect on long-term consequences can be the defining factor that separates fleeting relief from enduring success. The significance of future-proof thinking in critical moments cannot be emphasized enough. When we encounter obstacles, we often have an instinctive urge to seek quick fixes without fully understanding their lasting effects. This tendency can trap us in a cycle of temporary solutions that never truly resolve the core issues at hand. By sharpening our capacity for long-term thought, we can ensure our choices are consistent with our overarching objectives, fostering sustainable success and growth. Furthermore, in a world that is constantly evolving, future-proof thinking is vital for both personal and professional advancement. Those who can foresee trends, adapt to shifting landscapes, and make decisions with lasting significance are the individuals who truly flourish. Developing this skill enables us to maneuver through uncertainty and capitalize on opportunities that others might overlook. So, how do we nurture this important capability? The journey begins with the formation of long-term thinking habits. At the essence of this skill lies the ability to synchronize our short-term choices with our long-term ambitions. It's about constructing a pathway that links our present actions to our envisioned future, ensuring that every step we take aligns with the direction we wish to head in tomorrow. One effective method to achieve this is through the future self exercise. Take a brief moment to envision yourself 5, 10, or even 20 years down the line. Who do you aspire to be? What accomplishments do you want to boast about? By consistently engaging with this depiction of your future self, you can direct your decisions today to resonate with those broader aspirations. Another useful technique involves employing decision trees. When confronted with a choice, sketch out the possible ramifications of each path, not only for the immediate future, but also for months and years to come. In the years ahead, this visual tool can enable you to look past the short-term consequences of your choices, prompting you to reflect on their lasting impacts. However, cultivating habits for long-term thinking is merely a portion of the overall challenge. The true art lies in establishing practices that ensure lasting success. This means creating routines and techniques that continually support our long-range goals. One useful method to foster these habits is known as the tiny habits approach. Rather than aiming for sweeping changes all at once, concentrate on minor, actionable steps that you can implement consistently over time. These small adjustments can lead to meaningful alterations in your mindset and behavior. As we explore the concept of future-proof thinking more deeply, we discover how essential forward thinking is for personal development. By regularly reflecting on the long-term implications of our decisions, we become more open to ongoing self-improvement and adaptability. An effective way to encourage such continuous growth is to engage in regular self-reflection. Set aside time on a weekly or monthly basis to assess your progress toward your long-term objectives. Take note of what is working well and what requires modification. This continuous evaluation and adaptation are crucial for maintaining your focus on your overarching goals. Another impactful strategy is scenario planning. Consistently envision various potential futures and think about how you would address them. This mental exercise can cultivate the flexibility and adaptability necessary to succeed in an unpredictable world. So, how can we implement these ideas effectively? A practical exercise is to participate in goal-setting workshops. Dedicate some time to clearly define your long-term goals, breaking them down into mid-term objectives and short-term actions. This establishes a roadmap that links your everyday choices to your ultimate dreams. Additionally, engage in long-term planning exercises. Pick a significant decision you are currently facing and chart out its possible ramifications over the next 5 or 10 years. Consider various scenarios and how they may unfold. This practice can empower you to make more informed choices that resonate with your long-term vision. As you embark on the path to mastering future-proof thinking, you might find yourself contemplating the outcomes you can anticipate. On a basic level, you are likely to notice a greater alignment between your actions and your goals, enhancing your ability to make decisions that consistently propel you toward your long-term aspirations. As you engage in ongoing practice, you'll likely notice that your capacity for strategic thinking improves significantly. This enhancement will enable you to better foresee both challenges and opportunities, effectively positioning you for achievement in your personal and professional life. For those who earnestly commit to this practice, the ultimate reward is the mastery of decision-making that is resilient to future changes. While this doesn't imply that you'll be able to foresee every twist and turn of the future, after all, the world's intricacies prevent such certainty, it does mean that you will equip yourself with the tools and mental frameworks required to make lasting and adaptable choices. Nonetheless, the journey to cultivating robust future-proof thinking skills may not always be linear. You may face various hurdles along the way, and it's wise to prepare for such challenges. A common pitfall is letting short-term distractions overshadow your long-term aspirations. Amid the fast pace of everyday life, it's all too easy to lose sight of your overarching objectives. If you find this to be a struggle, consider making it a regular practice to revisit your long-term goals. Setting reminders or crafting visual aids that represent your aims can help keep them fresh in your mind. Another obstacle you might encounter is the difficulty in adjusting to change. Even with the best laid plans, the future has a way of unfolding in unexpected manners. If you find it hard to modify your plans when faced with new circumstances, try to cultivate flexibility and engage in scenario planning regularly. Envision various potential futures and strategize how you might navigate through them. This exercise can foster the mental agility required to flourish in an unpredictable world. Keep in mind that honing your future-proof thinking skills is a continuous journey rather than a finite destination. It's a capability that you will refine over the course of your life. Each decision made with a forward-looking perspective and every long-term goal you aspire to achieve serves as an opportunity to strengthen these vital skills. As we wrap up this discussion on future-proof smart thinking, take a moment to consider the significance of this ability. By enhancing your capacity to make choices today that will benefit you tomorrow and beyond, you're equipping yourself with a powerful tool that can profoundly influence the trajectory of your life. In the upcoming chapter, we will weave together all the skills and strategies we've delved into throughout this book, exploring how to effectively integrate these various approaches. As we bring this chapter to a close, take a moment to consider the hidden potential that could emerge in your life as you excel in future-proof thinking. The abilities you've gathered so far are merely the start. The true adventure lies in utilizing them to craft a future that surpasses your current imagination. Chapter 9: Thinking Ahead. As we arrive at the concluding chapter of our shared journey, pause to acknowledge how much progress you've made, from fostering a tranquil mindset to mastering critical thinking skills. You've navigated the intricacies of problem solving, made choices under pressure, adapted your thoughts to be future-ready, and aligned your actions with long-term aspirations. You now possess a compelling arsenal that can change how you approach life's hurdles. However, this marks not the end, but the beginning of a new phase in your life, one where you are equipped with the mindset and abilities to tackle any challenge with confidence and clarity. As we weave together the concepts we've discussed, let's explore how you can maintain these critical thinking skills and a calm mind moving forward. First, consider how the knowledge you've gained in this book can empower you. These skills go beyond mere theoretical ideas. They are practical tools that can enhance every facet of your existence. One of the most impactful ways these skills can empower you is by elevating your confidence in decision-making. Reflect on your past approach to challenging decisions before diving into this book. You may have felt daunted by the complexities or paralyzed by the fear of making an incorrect choice. Now, equipped with strategies to deconstruct complex issues, evaluate evidence impartially, and think about long-term ramifications, you can tackle decisions with newfound assurance. This increased confidence doesn't imply you'll never experience uncertainty or anxiety when confronted with a tough decision. Instead, it means you now possess a methodical approach to navigate that uncertainty, an ability to analyze circumstances logically and reach conclusions based on reason rather than impulse or emotion. Additionally, the skills you've acquired foster greater resilience when facing life's challenges. Although unexpected obstacles will always arise, you now have the necessary resources to confront these situations effectively. Approaching challenges with a serene mindset and a strategic perspective can make a significant difference. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by obstacles, you can choose to see them as chances to utilize your critical thinking skills and emerge stronger from the experience. The benefits of honing these skills go well beyond your capacity for decision-making and problem-solving. One of the most impactful ways critical thinking can transform your life is through its influence on your relationships. By improving your ability to communicate effectively and grasp others' viewpoints, these skills can cultivate deeper and more meaningful connections with those around you. Think about how the ability to assess situations with objectivity and consider various perspectives can enhance your interactions. Rather than responding impulsively during disagreements, you can tackle conflicts with a composed and rational attitude. You can actively listen to others' viewpoints, fairly analyze their arguments, and articulate your own perspectives in a clear and convincing manner. Additionally, The blend of empathy and logic that critical thinking nurtures can lead to a richer comprehension of your relationships. By reflecting not just on what individuals say, but also on their underlying motivations, fears, and aspirations, you acquire a more nuanced appreciation of others. This empathetic mindset, combined with logical evaluation, enables you to handle complicated interpersonal dynamics with poise and insight. As you consistently practice these skills in your everyday life, you may discover that you can accomplish goals that once felt unattainable. Challenges that previously seemed daunting can now be approached with relative ease. By breaking these situations down into digestible parts, analyzing them with clarity, and maintaining a calm demeanor, you can gain perspective even amidst the most trying circumstances. Moreover, you'll find yourself able to make well-informed decisions confidently, even when circumstances are urgent and stakes are high. The combination of rapid analytical thinking, strategic planning, and a long-term view you've cultivated empowers you to make decisions that are both prompt and thoughtful. This newfound ability can pave the way for exciting opportunities in your personal and professional spheres, establishing you as someone who can be counted on to make judicious choices in any scenario. Yet, perhaps the most thrilling facet of your journey in developing critical thinking skills is that it has only just begun. As you persist in practicing the principles outlined in this book, you'll notice that your outcomes will enhance with decreasing effort. This reflects the true essence of mastery. When these skills become ingrained, you'll find yourself employing them with almost no conscious thought in your everyday activities. Picture a future where staying composed in high-pressure situations feels as instinctual as taking a breath, and dissecting intricate issues and making wise choices comes as naturally as tying your shoes. Achieving this level of mastery is attainable if you remain committed to honing these abilities. Furthermore, continuously engaging in critical thinking and fostering calmness will drive your personal and professional development. As you face new challenges and scenarios, your application of these skills will facilitate ongoing learning and growth. Your ability to tackle complex situations will broaden, your decision-making will gain sophistication, and your skill in managing uncertainty will become more robust. As we wrap up this book, I'd like to leave you with a final reflection, a glimpse of a future that now lies in your grasp. Envision yourself 5 years from now, reflecting on this pivotal moment. You've diligently practiced and refined the skills you've acquired through daily effort and practical application. In this envisioned future, you are recognized for maintaining poise and clarity, even when faced with daunting circumstances. Your knack for analyzing complex issues and making judicious decisions has paved the way for significant accomplishments in both your personal and professional spheres. You've navigated challenging predicaments with elegance, forged richer relationships through empathetic communication, and made choices leading to enduring success. Yet beyond these external milestones, you've undergone a profound internal shift. You face life with renewed confidence and a sense of purpose, knowing full well that you possess the tools to tackle any obstacles that come your way. You've cultivated a profound trust in your own judgment, complemented by the humility to remain open to continuous learning and growth. This future isn't just a distant aspiration, it's an attainable reality that you can start crafting today with every decision you make and each challenge you confront. The journey toward critical thinking and calm decision-making is perpetual, offering limitless chances for personal evolution and self-discovery. As you conclude this book, keep in mind that the true adventure is just beginning. A world brimming with intricate challenges and thrilling opportunities awaits you, awaiting minds like yours to engage deeply with these concepts, equipped with the tools of critical thought and the strength of a serene mindset. You stand ready not only to shape your own destiny, but also to play a role in addressing the significant issues confronting our world. Yet, despite having these formidable resources at your fingertips, you may occasionally find yourself questioning how to keep that tranquil demeanor when life throws unexpected challenges your way. What if there were a method to bolster your capacity to remain composed under pressure? The key lies in mastering the skill of non-reactivity, a talent that has the potential to elevate your critical thinking and decision-making capabilities to remarkable levels. To truly harness your potential and fully utilize the skills you've acquired, I encourage you to delve into the audiobook, The Power of Not Reacting: Genius Strategies to Stay Calm in Any Situation. Tap the center of the video now to embark on your journey of transformation.